Hey, let's master this overthinking together. What are you overthinking about? That's your first question. Are you thinking about something that's out of your control? Are you thinking about something in the past that you keep digging up? Or are you thinking about something that you take issue with something that's occurred with somebody? We're going to break this down real easy. We're going to think about it. It's out of your control. It's out of your control. The only thinking you should be doing is if it's putting you in a bind, it's some sort of resolve that you got to do up on your end. So in other words, you're dealing with the consequences of whatever occurred. And I wouldn't be putting too much thought into it. And what I mean by that is in beating yourself up on it. You thinking about something from the past? What are you thinking about it from the past for? Now, wait a minute. Are you thinking about it in regards to garner a better experience so that doesn't occur again? If you're thinking about it from that standpoint, then hey, I can understand that. You're analyzing it and you're trying to prevent that from occurring again. I can understand that. Is somebody accusing you of overthinking because you've taken issue with something that they've done? Let's pause on that one for a second. I like that one. That one's a cop-out. That's what I consider a cop-out. It's a person trying to give you some blowback, trying to detract from what you're taking issue with. You overthinking it. Am I really? Or are you just trying to dodge what I'm addressing with you? Sounds like a cop-out to me. How about we stay on topic of what I'm taking issue with you on? Let's discuss that. Can we agree up on that? Can we talk about the issue at hand without you low-key name calling? When I think about it, and I'm going to jump back and forth on both sides of the fence here. When I'm thinking about it, I don't think about overthinking as a bad thing because I'm critically thinking. I'm putting some thought, more than I can say about a lot of the situations or people up around me that just react haphazardly. Carefree, if you will. But, like I said, we're going to play both sides of the fence. I'm going to jump on that other side of the fence. Am I thinking about something to a degree that it is stressing me out? That can happen to anybody. You're just rehashing it time and time again, over and over in your head on whatever it is. Trying to play out all the different outcomes. Let's go back to those first two examples. We're talking about something in the past or that you're digging up or something that's up out of your control. It's like things that I've said in earlier videos when I'm talking about when you're trying to handle things that arise or fall in your lap. You're trying to do life. You're trying to be responsible. You're trying to take care of things to the best of your ability. It's okay to put thought into some things. Well, thought in all things. I'm just hear me out. Watch where I'm going with this. But I wouldn't be overly concerned to the point that you're becoming anxious on trying to do whatever it is that you're trying to do. Case in point, I think I've used this example before. If I didn't, I definitely know that I referred to it in one of my topics or earlier topics on this video, on this channel. I remember it was a real bad time for me to have a car breakdown. I know, is it ever a good time? But it really was. It was a bad time. We're just gonna leave it at that. Needed to get my daughter to school. I needed to get to work. I was getting ready to go into more on it. When that had taken place, and I had to have my truck towed to the mechanic, I'm just like, man, I know how much money that I had, and I'm just like, man, I hope this is not something that's grand and is exceeding what I had. I was so stressed out, I couldn't do nothing but go to sleep for the rest of the day. I had to let tomorrow be tomorrow. And it wasn't something I intended to do. It wasn't something like I intended to just stick my head in the sand and not deal with. I was exhausted of thinking of a gazillion different ways of which that could play out. And then if it played out in all the ways that were out of my, that was over what I was able to do, then what? What was my plan B, C, D, E, F, G? Wore myself out. Was tired. I couldn't do nothing but sleep. It worked out. It worked out. Wasn't as bad as what I had thought. Well within the limit of something I could afford to get that taken care of. And it was handled. Daughter, just for that brief instance, I think I might even had the truck repaired before I had to pick her up for school. I think, she got a ride to school. Of course, I didn't work that day, handled the situation. I can tell you one thing for sure, looking back over that situation, it definitely wasn't worth all the thought that I had put into it. Think about it. And that's saying a lot for me, because I know you don't know me personally. For me to think on something so long and so hard, it put me to sleep. It was like it hypnotized me, y'all. Don't be doing that. And for those situations where people are telling you that you're an overthinker, let that roll too. Know how to read between the lines. Yeah, I'm an overthinker. Yeah, it's funny, I became an overthinker because I'm addressing this up with you. I'm going to keep on being an overthinker. We need to get this situation resolved. Oh, we can't get it resolved? Well, I'm going to go on up on my way. Overthinking. Critically thinking. It's not a bad thing. The only time I can see it being a bad thing is when it's digging at you and you are being consumed by you. But as far as somebody telling you that you're overthinking it and no. That it's different if you're I'm laughing. It's different if you way out in left field, person telling you overthinking it, like, hey, look, this is not occurring or going down like what you're putting out here. This is not anywhere in the reality of what's transpired between us. Just give me an example. Going back to that, you take an issue. They address the issue and they're like, hey, look, this is where I was with the issue or what was going on. I promise you, I didn't intend for it to come out this way. You may be overthinking it. Something completely different. Then maybe you can take a couple of steps back on that. These are just a few tips on helping you master overthinking. Don't even overthink the overthinking. I don't have anything else further to add to this video. Stay encouraged, avoid being discouraged. Y'all have a good one.